Hi, I'm April and this is my boyfriend.
Hi everyone, my name is Eric.
And in this video, I'm going to be teaching him how to sew and use a sewing machine. And hopefully that is going to help you guys understand a lot better as well. So yeah, let's get started. So to thread my bobbin, I'm going to put my bobbin case on the bobbin threader thing here, and then you're going to push it to the right. And most machines will do that, so you'll have to push it to the right, and you also want to pull this hand wheel right here out. And some machines will do this and some won't, but most machines are like this as well. So you want to pull the hand wheel out, and then you want to place your thread here and then wrap it around this little circle. Make sure you guys read your manual because some machines are different. Sometimes you might have to wrap it around here and then the circle, but mine is just around the circle. And then after you wrap it like once or twice around the circle, you want to wrap it around the bobbin. Just like this. I like to leave a little hanging out so I can start winding it, and then I just slowly start to wind it first, pulling it like this as I go until it starts to pull my thread, and then I just let it go. The next thing you guys asked for is threading the machine, and I'm going to show you guys what you guys basically need to do to use a sewing machine. First you need to make sure you have your top thread on top here, and that's going to thread through the top, and then your bottom bobbin underneath, and that goes in here. So for my machine, I open it up down here, and then I'm going to take out the little metal case right here, and then stick the threaded bobbin inside. So you want to take your bobbin thread and then you want to place it inside the bobbin case, and then pull it out this little slit right here so it comes out there. Then you pull the thread out. Then when you're done, you can place it inside and stick it in there until you hear like a click. Oh, mine didn't click. Yeah, it clicks. So for the top, you basically just want to follow these arrows right here. These arrows right here, and then follow it throughout your machine. And I open this part so you guys can see the process on the side. So I'm gonna take my thread right here, and I'm gonna bring it to this first little loop. Pull it down here, and then bring it over this little loop right here, down to here, and then thread it in my needle. And close this. And then the next important thing you need to do after you have the top threaded and the bottom thread in here, you want to twist the hand wheel. Use the hand wheel and twist it to bring up the bottom thread. So I'm just going to, while holding the top thread, I'm going to bring my needle down, and it's going to catch the bottom thread and bring it up right here. It's going to catch it, and then I'm going to just pull it up. And after that, you can begin sewing. Last thing he's gonna do here is catch the top thread to the bottom thread right here. And he's gonna do that by holding onto the top thread and then twisting turning the hand wheel to catch the bottom thread. Did you catch it? Pull it. You want to pull this top thread. Wait, did you catch it? Oh, you did catch it. It's right there.
I caught it. There it is.
So you caught it and then you pull it out.
So there you go.
Okay. Wait, don't cut the thread yet. You want to just leave a long strand out on the side so it doesn't like fly back under or anything.
Okay.
And then you're ready to sew. Alright, so once the machine is set up, the next thing that beginner sewers should do is take a piece of fabric and draw straight lines on it and practice sewing straight. These are the straight lines that he's going to sew on. And what do you think the first thing you should do is?
Put it in through put it in here. Put it through this thing and then bring the needle down, right?
No, don't bring the needle down. But you're not gonna bring the needle down first, but the first thing you're gonna do is there's a little lever right here. You're going to push this down and that's going to make the presser foot go down.
Okay.
Oops. Okay, so put your fabric in.
My fabric into the first line.
Yeah, and then you're going to pull down that little lever.
Pull down this lever. Push the foot down.
And make sure that the straight line is centered with this line right here. That's how you know like that's where you're sewing at. And then you just start sewing.
Okay.
And you just want to follow the straight lines.
Let's get a guide through, right?
A good tip for sewing is to hold your hands flat like this along the sides. So when you sew, you just run it through the machine. Just don't sew your thumb. Okay, go ahead, Eric. He's gonna go slowly first. And we'll see how well he does afterwards. Okay, stop. Oh, also, before you start sewing and when you end, you always want to backstitch. That's gonna help hold your thread in place, and yeah, just hold your thread in place and make sure it doesn't like fall back out. So to backstitch on my machine, I have this little lever here and push it down. And I have that little lever, and then when I get to the end, you're just going to push that lever down.
Okay, let's do this.
Don't push down your feet as you hold that down. Hold that down first. And then you want to sew. It's gonna bring the thread backwards. Okay, stop. And then go forward and finish it off. Just finish it off. Okay, stop. And then when you get to the end, you just want to lift up the presser foot again.
Okay.
And then pull out the fabric. And then cut off the thread.
Right here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't get it straight, that's why.
Well, go slowly and guide it. Focus on the line being in the center.
Oh, that's a little easier.
Yeah, focus the line being in that middle mark right there. And then you should be able to make it straight. And just pull it out.
Okay.
With the needle up, of course.
Oh my lord.
Let me see. Is it the bottom one?
Yeah.
Oh wow, look how much better that is. Show all three of them.
First one, second one, third one.
That's really good. Good job, baby.
Third time's a charm. That's what they say. Whoever said that. Okay.
The next thing you should also practice when you're beginning sewing is sewing swirls like this. So I'm gonna have Eric practice sewing curves because that is also an important thing. So you just wanna take a piece of fabric and then draw a swirl like this on it. And then practice sewing until all your stitches are on that line. All right, Eric.
Okay, let's do this.
Are you scared?
Nervous.
Okay, so he's gonna start from the outside.
Okay, so press the presser foot down on the side.
Yeah.
The outside.
Put the presser foot down.
I'm trying to level it up. Okay, there we go. And then same thing, right?
Yeah, put your needle down just so you can...
Like that?
Yeah. And then when he runs into trouble, I'll start explaining.
Okay. So just go for it.
Yeah. Don't go so fast though. Start off really slow.
Whoa, this is kind of weird. Oh god.
Okay, stop.
I can't do this.
Okay, so what Eric did wrong is he was trying to force the fabric to like turn like automatically, and that's not gonna work for anyone. The method you want to use is needle down. With your needle down, you want to turn the fabric, stop, and sew. Sew, and then when it gets difficult to turn, you want to keep your needle down, and then lift out the presser foot. Lift out the presser foot and turn your fabric. No, the needle's not inside. Keep the needle down, then lift up your presser foot.
Lift the presser.
Yeah.
Turn it.
And then turn it, and then softly.
Softly.
Okay, and then sew again. And then with the needle down, lift up the presser foot, turn it so it's straight again, and then continue sewing again. Oh, stop with the needle down. The needle has to be down.
Oh, the needle has to be down.
Yes. Lift out the presser foot, turn it, and then continue. Needle down, lift it up, turn it. Okay, so Eric keeps turning the hand wheel. He keeps turning the hand wheel backwards when he's trying to put the needle down. You don't want to turn the hand wheel back. You always want to turn it towards you like this. You don't want to go backwards because it's going to get the thread all tangled up like what he did. So turn it towards you again.
That's the correct way to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can start sewing.
Okay.
See, it's tangled now because you turned it back. Keep the needle down and then lift up the presser foot and then turn it. Keep the needle down, lift up the presser foot and turn it. Needle down, lift up, turn. Are you almost done?
Yeah, I'm done right
And
there.
then backstitch, just because. Only a little bit. Okay, stop. Good job. Out and then cut the thread off. Now show us what you did. Whoa, what happened to the back there? Can you show that to us?
I was turning the knob backwards.
Oh yeah, this is what happened when he was doing the when he was turning the hand wheel backwards, and instead of to him, it's gonna get tangled up on the bottom. But other than that, let's see. If you turn on this side, yeah, you did pretty good. You still need like a lot of practice, but yeah, do this a few more times and you'll be sewing like me.
Thanks.
Weirdo.
I'll put that on video.
Basically, you want to draw your straight lines and your swirls and keep practicing that until all your stitches are like exactly on the line you drew. Okay, go ahead.
Some subscribers asked April what some questions, so here I'm gonna read some to you guys. She's gonna answer.
Yes.
So Clarice Music asks, what kind of seam do you use?
I just use a regular seam, especially for my DIY projects at home. I don't use any fancy like seams. I just put the two sides together and sew a straight line. That's all.
So and next, Silent Mindless asks, how did you learn to sew?
I learned how to sew junior year of high school. We had a fashion class and it was basic sewing, and I had an awesome teacher, Miss Miller, who taught me how to sew. And she just showed me the same methods I showed you guys, the straight lines. She had packets of like sewing guides, and she had straight lines on there and swirls, and we had to sew the paper in the sewing machine.
Okay, next. Ariana Wright asked, what is the importance of interfacing?
The importance of interfacing is just to help like a garment hold its shape nicely, or where you want something to be like stiffer or have more body to it, then you would put interfacing underneath like your fabric, so your fabric can be more sturdy.
Next question is from the Rice Cake, and they ask, how long will you take for a project?
I take, well, depending on how difficult that project is, like my t-shirt reconstructions, those take 1 to 2 hours for me. But if it's like a harder tutorial, like making a dress, that usually takes me 1 to 2 days to sew. Well, if I like have that whole full day to sew. But if I have like only like a few hours in a day to sew, I would probably spread it out like throughout the week. So a few days for like the more challenging projects.
Okay, so the next question is from Hannah Girl 2001. She asked, where can you get fabric?
I mainly get my fabric from Joann's and Walmart's because those are like the closest fabric selling stores in my area. And I've been going to Joann's a lot because they've been sending me coupons in the email and through mail. So I've been going to Joann's more than Walmart, but I go to Walmart too because it's cheaper than Joann's sometimes. But if I can't find something at Walmart, then I go to Joann's. So just make sure if you guys have a Joann's nearby to sign up for their coupons because it'll save you a lot more money. Also find my fabric in the Los Angeles fabric district, but I don't go there too much because it's far away from where I live. So once in a while I'll get my fabric there, and you can get fabric for like $1 a yard there. So yeah, that's also where I get my fabric.
Okay, next question is from Bray Howell. She asked, do you go to an art school? Do you have a serger?
Oh, no, I don't go to art school. And no, I don't have a serger.
Okay.
Simple.
Next question is from Vivian Habinch. How do you say it?
Can you pronounce it better?
Vivian. Question is from Vivian Habinich. She asks, how can I learn sewing?
You can learn sewing from watching this video. But yeah, there's a lot of sewing classes like at colleges, so you can look at community colleges. Some of them have sewing classes, so search up like sewing classes in your area maybe. You can search on YouTube, watch videos like mine, or watch other people for other like basic techniques you can learn, and yeah.
Okay, next question is from New Vu. How often do you change your presser foot and sewing machine needles? It seems like you only use one and they work for everything.
I don't change my presser foot at all unless I'm changing it to use a zipper foot. But I use the basic presser foot for almost everything I sew at home for my DIY stuff. As for my sewing needles, I don't change it at all either unless it breaks or something.
Next question is from Juan Barrios. They ask, I can't understand if I had to take off the whole thread if I want to use a different color.
Yes, you have to take off the whole top thread and bobbin thread when you want to start using a different color. You can't just like wind the new thread onto the same like spool of thread you already have, because that's just gonna, I don't know, get all tangled up, it seems like. But yeah, you would, if you want to start using a different color as you sew, just take off the spool of thread on top and the bobbin thread on bottom and replace it, and then start sewing again. The next questions you guys asked about were the sewing machine I use, and I explained that in the beginning of the video, but the sewing machine I use is a Kenmore. I don't know what brand and what model. All I know is that my parents got it from Sears, and they got it for 90 or 100 bucks. I asked them how they chose the machine, and my parents just said that they looked for the machine with the most settings and uses for the cheapest price, and that's how they found it. I don't know if that helps anyone, but I honestly don't know what machine you guys should get. I would ask the salespeople, but yeah, my parents said that they just found a machine with the most buttons or the most techniques you can use on it, and it was at like a cheap price, so they got it. Those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. If you like Q&A questions like this, then leave your questions down below and I'll answer them in another video if you guys want. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you to Eric for being in this video and being my little
yeah,
student.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.
Don't forget
Bye.
to subscribe. Okay.
Subscribe and like this video.
And like it and share it. Okay, bye-bye.